And if Putin attacks a NATO ally, we will defend every inch of NATO which the treaty requires and calls for. We'll have something that we do not seek. Make it clear, we do not seek. We do not seek to have American troops fighting in Russia or fighting against Russia.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The risk of conflict and chaos could spread in other parts of the world, in the Indo-Pacific, in the Middle East, especially in the Middle East. Iran is supporting Russia in Ukraine, and is supporting Hamas and other terrorist groups in the region, and will continue to hold them accountable, I might add.
What about getting people out? Guys, we got people evacuate.
The answer is we're going to get people out, but I'm not going to go into any detail with you now.
All right, we got to wrap up, guys. We got to wrap it up.
What you say?
We got to wrap it up.
Wow.
You said you were very blunt with the Israelis on the need to get humanitarian aid to Gaza, or what exactly?
On everything. I was very blunt about the need to support getting humanitarian aid to Gaza. Get it to Gaza and do it quickly.
All right.
Any more to the hospital, sir?
May I?
Don't.
May I ask you about that?
Do you think it was necessary for you to come here to get this deal done? Was the in-person diplomacy aspect really important here?
What do you think? I'll let you answer that.
You joking?
What do you think? I'll let you answer that.
You joking?
Yeah, boy.
Today, I'm also announcing $100 million in new U.S. funding for humanitarian assistance in both Gaza and the West Bank.
What? Why? Why?
$100 million.
No big deal.
And my message to any state or any other hostile actor thinking about attacking Israel remains the same as it was a week ago. Don't. Don't. Don't.
Oh my.
Don't. 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 I've made wartime decisions. I know the choices are never clear or easy for the leadership. There's always cost.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think my brain just committed suicide.
I've told the story before and I'll tell it again of my first meeting with an Israeli prime minister 50 years ago as a young senator. I was sitting across from Golda Meir at her desk in her office. And she had a guy who later became prime minister, sitting next to me. We made human rights for LGBT around the world a top priority in my foreign policy, increasing our assistance to brave activists on the ground, defending human rights in countries that passed anti-gay laws like Uganda, going after Uganda, making clear that they cannot have the same benefit. Why? I've told the story before, but telling it again. I was raised by a man who was a really decent, honorable man. I remember he was dropping me off. I wanted to be, I wanted to work in the projects as a lifeguard on the east side of Wilmington. And he was dropping me off on his way to work at the city hall to go get an application to be a lifeguard there. And as I got out of the car at the four corners of the center of town, two men, turns out one going to the Brandywine, one was at work for the DuPont company, the other worked for Hercules Company. This is back when I was a kid. And they leaned up and kissed one another. And I'd never seen that before. And I turned and looked at my dad, and he just looked at me and said, "Joey, it's simple. It's simple, Joey. They love one another."
Oh my God!
Those are great names.
ban pride flags from flying on public lands. Who the hell? Oh. Not very presidential.
Saved.
Who the hell? Oh.
Hoping you can clarify as it relates to the Live PGA merger. Yesterday, the president was asked about this merger during the cabinet meeting, and he said, "I'm going to be in the PGA." Can you clarify? Had he been briefed about the merger before? Was he aware of what
Absolutely,
he
he
was
had
speaking
been, yes.
And what did he mean then? By was he just laughing off the question?
I just think that he was basically saying, I'm not going to comment.
Okay.
What the hell is that shit? I'm out of here.